Alright, what is going on, guys? Going to break down for UFC Vegas 45. This one's at Bantamweight. We got Ricky Simone versus Raphael Assuncao. Simone going to have a 4.5 inch reach advantage, or 3.5, excuse me. He's going to be an inch taller. So I will start with Assuncao, I guess. So it's been a long time since we last saw him. It's hard to believe how long that was ago against Cody Garbrandt, but it was in June of 2020. Got knocked out pretty badly. It was one of the crazier knockouts of the year. Cody just dipped his head and came back over the top with a counter right. Knocks him out cold. It was brutal. And before that, he lost a decision against Corey Sandhagen. That was kind of the fight that really leveled Sandhagen up in a lot of people's eyes. And there's a long layoff in between those two, but I mean, on the plus side, like, this guy has some huge, huge wins. He's beaten Aljamain Sterling, Marlon Moraes, though Moraes did beat him in the rematch, cracked him, and then worked in a club and sub type deal um, when he was stunned. But yeah, it's been tough going for him lately, and he is getting older. I believe he's like 37. No, he's 39. So yeah, it's even worse. And like we always gotta say with the smaller weight classes, it's just it's tough to keep that speed that's needed down there. Uh, in a later age, some guys can do it, but they're few and far between. And with the Sun Sao, it's just concerning because his chin seems to be trending downward. The speed's obviously trending downward, and you gotta think his cardio is starting to get sapped too. He's 39, but on the plus side, very good forward pressure, great striking. BJJ black belt, so he's tough to submit. He's got decent enough takedown defense. He's gonna need it in this one to have a chance, but yeah, at his best, again, some great wins over the cream of the crop of the division, but it's just like you gotta wonder where he's trending right now. And then for Ricky Simone, definitely a guy who's trending up. Like when I think about why the bantamweight division is probably the best in the UFC, it's because top to bottom there's just so many good fighters, and especially outside the top 15, there's so many good names, and it's kind of crazy that Ricky Simone isn't ranked. He's definitely ranked caliber, but he's on a three-fight winning streak. Last beat Brian Kelleher, who had a great 2020, and Simone made that look easy. Was just able to get the wrestling going right away and just dominated him on the mats. And that's pretty much what he does. He can definitely chain wrestle, great cardio, just string them together. He's got all kinds of different takedowns, double legs, good trip takedowns. He is like he's not like like a blanket can hold his opponent down, but he does end up getting a lot of top control or at least clinch control because he's just nonstop going to chain wrestle. He's one of the better chain wrestlers in the UFC, and chain wrestlers are really tough to stop. Striking wise, he's got decent enough striking. It's not like leaps off the page. Sunsao definitely has better striking and better counters too, but yeah, both these guys like to take the center of the octagon, and Simone doesn't have a whole lot of output, but he's got accurate strikes. He's got good hooks, good uppercuts, but it's mostly to set up the takedown. But he does have a couple losses in his career. The one is concerning. He lost to Uriah Faber. Just got caught when he kind of did like the same motion, just reset and just got cracked pretty bad, and that was kind of it for him. So that's concerning, getting knocked out by Uriah Faber in 2019. Then he lost to Rob Font. Font just had the right game plan for him, was just in his face, and Simone never was able to get the takedowns going. He was kind of desperately shooting, but even before that, he had great wins. Montel Jackson won that fight pretty handily, and then he was able to submit Merab Dvalishvili. It's kind of funny when you look back at certain matchups where both guys end up being good early on in their career, and it's funny to think there was a time when that was just an early prelim fight that like nobody's really talking about, but. Yeah, it's overall looked great for Simone, and he's definitely trending up. But for this one, I think I definitely just got to go with Ricky Simone. Money line, he's like minus 300. It's getting a little bit better, minus 295. So we'll see if it can trend to like minus 285 or whatnot before fight time. But this is about the range you're going to get it. You're not going to get much movement. Ricky Simone, pretty decent favorite. But I'm going to go with Ricky Simone by points. I think that he's just going to be able to get the chain wrestling going, and with where Sun Sal's been trending, I think it's going to work. But I'm not going to lay chalk on it because the only thing that concerns me is that Uriah Faber knockout and Assuncao, while he's lost three in a row, he's lost to all killers. He's beaten killers himself, and I know he's trending downward, but It's not at all out of the realm of possibility that he catches him and knocks him out. But I don't see it. I don't see Ricky Simone getting the submission either. He's not a relentless submission guy, and Assuncao has good enough submission defense where I don't think it's going to matter. But Ricky Simone by points at plus 125 definitely has value. I'm going to go with that. Couldn't hate on the money line, but it is a case of the money line's pretty expensive. The prop isn't bad, so I'm going to go with the prop. But thanks for watching, guys. Sure, subscribe and take it easy.